Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Normally, I talk about anime on a regular basis. Normally, I wake up in the morning when I'm off work and just give you guys an anime I didn't watch and just tell you about it. And you see me wearing every anime shirt because anime lives inside of us. But this video right here is very, very, very important. And I'm dead serious. So, it's been breaking news all over Twitter, breaking news off of Instagram, Facebook, all social medias. One of the greatest manga artists of all time passed away. I'm talking about Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama, one of the greatest manga artists of all time, have passed away. Now, I didn't believe it at first. So what happened was I'm on Messenger chatting with my buddies. Then I get a text from my friend. I get a text from my friend with a statement about Akira's death. And I said to myself, this has got to be a joke. It can't be real. It can't be real. You know how like they do these kind of meme deaths and all that? And you think to yourself, no way, that's not true. So I went on my tablet. I went on Twitter. I even went on Facebook. Once I read the news, Once I read the news that he passed away, I was heartbroken. Because when you think of Akira Toriyama, you could think Dr. Slump. I don't think people know about Dr. Slump. But the most iconic series of all time, and still today, one of the most iconic franchise of all time that you're going to think of him is Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball series. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, the foundation of Dragon Ball series has been going on for years, and we talk about Dragon Ball as a kid. I remember back when I remember in the 90s, sure, Sailor Moon was my first anime. That Sailor Moon was the first to got me into anime. But Dragon Ball Z was different among the rest in those times. I remember waking up in the morning, and sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, you hear that. I watched the English version. I didn't see the Japanese version. But in the English, you hear that Dragon Ball Z. And it brings back my childhood remembering it. But again, I was shocked and sad. Like, words can't describe how I'm feeling. Like, I don't know if I'm sad or angry just at this. You gotta understand where I'm coming from here. Akira Toriyama left. I'm sorry. His series goes on. He won't be forgotten. He won't. He gave us characters to love by. Characters get redeemed, but characters we remember by and love. Goku, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Videl, Bulma, Vegeta, Piccolo, Krillin, Android 17 and Android 18, Majin Buu, Mr. Satan himself, Hercule, villains like Frieza, Cell, Broly, the list goes on and on. These characters will be with us in our hearts because of Akira Toriyama. He is one of the most, actually, he's everyone's greatest manga artist of all time. Some people may put him as number one. Some have him in the top 3. Some have him in the Mount Rushmore. Some have him in the top 5. But make no mistake about it. He's still in our hearts as one of the greatest manga artists of all time. One of the greatest. I mean, he's in my Mount Rushmore of manga artists of all time. And it was so sad that the creator of One Piece, Ichiro Oda, sent a message. He wrote it on Twitter. He wrote a message about Akira, how the friends and the bonds that they have, you know. And when I think of Akira Toriyama, it's just that, again, Dragon Ball Z. And his influence of Dragon Ball Z transcended worldwide to a point where anime series have Dragon Ball Z references. For example, Bocchi the Rock. Bocchi the Rock had Dragon Ball Z references. Gintama, Dragon Ball Z references. No matter what anime show you watch, you will find a Dragon Ball Z reference because of Akira Toriyama. And so much so, we're going to remember him every year when we have the Macy's Parade. Okay, if you watch the Thanksgiving Macy's Day Parade, you see Goku every time. Every time, because Goku is one of many iconic characters out there. Like, yeah, you got Luffy. Sure, you got Naruto. But Goku is there. He is iconic as well. And it is sad. It's very sad to see this. Now, no, like, again, I'm wearing orange because it represents the Dragon Balls. And, you know, I'm not saying this is a joke, but if all of us was together with all the Dragon Balls, we could have, like, but I'm just sad. It's very sad. It's from the bottom of my heart, I'm being dead serious. This video is not really, like, I'm being dead serious. We lost someone really important. His work lives on. He won't be forgotten at all. He's one of many people that got the childhood people into watching anime. Like, he was the guy that always says, like, he's so important as a manga artist that we grew up as kids. We grew up in the 90s and 80s up to a point we wake up in the morning or in the afternoon that we turn on TV and the first thing you see is Dragon Ball Z. He is everyone's childhood show. I'm pretty sure you have friends who watched their first anime was Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. Me, I watched Dragon Ball Z first, and then I got Dragon Ball. I started that. I started watching Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball. But again, his legacy will live on. And it's still saddened me to talk about it even more so, because it's like he's the Godfather of, like, you know, like, there's like everyone's Mount Rushmore. I get that. And again, I'm juggling words because it's still like, I did not see this coming. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to. It's saddened me to the point of, like, damn. But I want to get this video out the way because I don't know when I'm going to do this. So, Akira, this is my message to Akira Toriyama. Akira, you are one of the greatest manga artists of all time. You are everyone's favorite manga artist. You're in the top 5, you're in the Mount Rushmore, or top 3 or top 1, but you're still the greatest manga artist of all time. Your Dragon Ball series lifted so many people, including my friends, who admired your work when they were young. When they were young, the first thing they'll turn to is Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball Z was an influential franchise that kept people going. It get people hype. Wake up in the morning, they see characters like Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, etc., etc. But that's, and we talk about every arc, like from a Namek saga to the Frieza saga. The Saiyan saga, Namek saga, Frieza, Cell saga, Majin Buu. But you get my point. But you guys get my point. But like I said, again, it's very sad to see him go. He had so much work ahead of him, and again, his legacy will live on. So Akira, with all hearts, you will be missed, but we won't forget you. Thank you for watching.